bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The 8 Mile Walk High School exploring a creative way to assist students in weak subject areas. They have involved the use of technology and they hope that this will make a big difference. Megan Shepherd reports.
8 Mile Rock High School now fully equipped with 18 new computers, thanks to the concern and generosity of corporate sponsors. Principal Ivan Butler says that data has shown that students entering the high school sometimes are not up to par in certain subject areas, and these computers will now be dedicated to providing extra assistance.
We are fully functional, well connected to the internet computers, furniture, new equipment, everything thanks to our corporate partners.
Student success coach and remedial instructor Martha Edgecombe guiding a group through one of the study programs. She says she is excited that the vision of Mr. Butler is coming to fruition.
His idea was to create an intervention lab where the students will have another avenue to produce or to improve on their challenge areas, which we see here is mostly language and mathematics. And so now with the computers, there are certain programs that we're currently working with, one being Skills Tutor.
Various sponsors have come on board for various reasons, but they all say their only concern is the betterment of the students.
The Rotary Club of Freeport, I use this as a vehicle in order to give back to them. And like I said, this was a year ago, and I'm glad to see that it has come to fruition, that we were able to sponsor 18 computers to make this lab fully functional.
I guess we can say that it makes learning easier. And then we have an invested interest here because these are where we get our employees from, the kids that come from this school and the other schools throughout the islands of Grand Bahama. But for us, because this is our adapted school, obviously we are playing a partnership in their education.
When the opportunity presented itself, it was a pleasure for us at the Container Port to partner along with the 8 Mile High School in this venture. We believe in the development of young people, so it was an easy call.
Butler adds that the lab will also be available to parents within the community who may want to improve their computer or reading skills. Megan Shepherd, ZNS Network News.
In other news, a Freeport-based youth organization is aiming to establish a computer lab of its own. While they have made some progress, their efforts recently hit a snag. Natalia Hall explains.
About a month ago, the Cornell University Computer Reuse Association donated a number of computers to several schools and organizations on the island. Reach Out Ministry was among those on the receiving end. Alumni leader Joe Collar and Terry Goldsmith made the donations all possible. But Goldsmith said since then a challenge developed and Reach Out Ministry is in need of help.
We have a small dilemma. We have these computers. 8 of them have been donated to his program, the Reach Out program, and sadly, although they are free, the freight has to be paid, and it's $65 for each computer, which works out just over $500.
Goldsmith says no matter how little the donation is, every penny counts.
When you say, oh, I don't have $5 or I don't have $50 or $100, think about the fact that that young man that you help, or those young men that you help, and the young ladies, may be the ones, if their hands are idle, may be out there robbing you or breaking into your home, doing drugs, or doing things that they shouldn't do.
He says the young men are the future of this nation, and the donation will go a long way in keeping them off the streets.
We've got to look down the road towards the summer is coming, and beyond that, if these young men are not given something to do, idle hands makes mischief. And if we can keep them busy, they're open till 9 o'clock at night, and they are looking forward to having those computers.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
March is recognized as Scout Month, and the Grand Bahama District has a number of activities planned. The organization was established on Grand Bahama in 1963 and is growing daily. According to District Commissioner Reginald Dean, who says he's able to sign up at least 2 boys a week at Christ the King Church. He says young men are facing a number of challenges today, and Commissioner Dean sent a clarion call to all parents in schools to encourage their boys to join Scouts to take advantage of the opportunities available to them.
I'm there are people just coming and passing and stopping and finding out what's going on. Now I asked my members, which is my leaders, to try and get at least 5% growth. The World Bureau actually is asking us to get growth. And if we can get 5% growth, that's not much. And we can go forward.
Now, the first event is scheduled for March 10th. The Scouts will visit an elderly home to make a donation, and the second is Monday, March 14th, Commonwealth Day, where all Boy Scouts and Cubs are to wear their Scouts uniforms to school. The Scouts Association is inviting all former Scouts and leaders, current Scouts, and their parents and guardians to come out and support the events.
We're always welcoming any boy who needs any sort of help, assistance. We ask the parents daily to please let them join an organization. Scouts, many men came to the scouting organization, top-ranking fellas I'm talking about, top-ranking men. So I will Tenquist as names, and I can come down the line. But there's a whole lot of men who came through scouting. As a matter of fact, a lot of policemen who's on the job to date came through scouting. Scouting teaches you a whole lot about life, survival, and lots of skills.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Hi and welcome. Eddie from Freeport asked, I was recently diagnosed with having an allergy to gluten. I know that it can cause problems with my intestines, but can it cause any other health problems? Gluten is a mixture of proteins found in wheat and related grains like barley and rye. Thanks for your question, Eddie. And yes, there are several health problems or complications that can occur if you have an allergy to gluten. These can range from anemia or osteoporosis, which is a weakening of the bones, to cancer and even a skin disorder called dermatitis herpetiformis, or DH for short. 15 to 25% of people with a gluten intestinal allergy can develop this skin disorder. It's an itchy, blistering skin disease that usually occurs on the elbows, knees, torso, scalp, and buttocks, and it is a very difficult rash to live with. The rash can begin in childhood, or it can develop as a teenager or in the early 20s. It may come and go, but it usually stays for longer periods if one still eats foods that contain gluten. The most effective treatment is strict adherence to a gluten-free diet, but medications are also available. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Ricardo Lightborn has a check on sports when we return.